Hey guys, it's Nikki. Before the video starts, I would like to apologise for the lack of videos on my channel. I currently have no computer, so everything is done on my iPad. I use iMovie to edit my videos and to put music behind it and everything. I have done quite a few drawings in the last week or so, sort of around the Christmas time, where I got new Copic markers and all this stuff from Eckersley's in Melbourne. And yeah, I'll probably do a video on all the things that I bought for the prices, because that was quite a good time going into the shop and everything. I'm going to explain everything that is in the drawing, so I'm going to explain what inspired me to draw it and the references that I had, and any help from any other videos or anything, or people, and what utensils I use, such as like Copics or colour pencils or Prismacolors or anything. I apologise for all the talking that I will be doing in this video. You'll definitely hate my voice by the time it's finished, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, on to the video. Okay, the first picture was inspired by a competition that I had with my friend, where she would do her makeup all really well and I would draw a picture. At the time we were video chatting online, and we had a lot of fun. I used Copic markers, Copic sketch markers, and a black Copic multiliner, and also a white gel pen. So I don't usually tend to draw this type of full page sort of layout, but in a couple of these pictures I do draw, well, I tend to say waste ink quite a bit, but I believe it was worth it. But yeah, I really tried to experiment with the shading, with the purples and the blues, and yeah, it turned out okay, I guess. But the sort of light going onto the sort of ghost girl on the back of her sort of robe slash hood, it could have been done a little bit better, but yeah. I drew this on the 12th of January, so I'm recording this voiceover on the 14th, so 2 days ago I recorded it. So yeah, on to the next one. Drawing number 2, as most of you will know, is Lucy Heartfilia from Fairy Tale. I drew, my English is not very good today, I drew this using Copic sketch markers, white gel pen, Prismacolor Premier pencils, and a Copic multiliner. This was, I did use a reference for it, but I sort of changed it for my own style. I changed the face a bit, and also more of the other sort of shading and everything. I tweaked it a bit to my liking. But yeah, I used the reference for proportions, because sometimes I forget that if it's on a little screen and I see a little person and I'm trying to draw it bigger, I need to look more onto the page instead of looking off the screen, because I'll end up drawing it properly, like large, and then I'll start drawing something really small and it will be out of proportions. So yeah, on to the next one. This next drawing I drew 3 days ago, so I drew this on the 9th? No, on the 11th. Yes, on the 11th. So I was starting it off as trying to draw a character with long hair, but instead it turned into a person with a ponytail and with music headphones. Yeah, so it was just sort of just the yellows and everything for the hair, but then I sort of added in purples and the shading, so I decided I'll put some purples and greys into the hair as well. and I like it. The background's just red, but yeah. I used Copic sketch markers, a white gel pen, Copic multiliner. This drawing is of one of my characters, Mikashi, and she is immortal, and that is why I drew her this way. In the full picture, it's actually a sword, and yeah, the sort of painless look in her eyes almost, or like dramatic eyes that she has, sort of show her emotions at that time. But yeah, I used Copic sketch markers and a Copic multiliner and a white gel pen. This one I drew quite a while ago. I drew it just on Christmas. So this is when I got all my new Copic markers. So I started off with 5, and they were 3 skin tones and 2 sort of hair color tones. And then now I have 27 Copic markers. So yeah, I've improved my collection quite a bit with different colors now, and this was me testing out all the reds. I had reference from Mark Crilly's book, How to Draw Manga. Yeah, it's a great book. I have, I think, 1 or 2 more drawings with help from that book. So yeah, this is just Copic marker and fine liner, because I didn't have my multiliner at this time. About 2 days later, after I did this drawing, I went and bought some more Copic markers and got Prismacolor pencils and everything like that. So yeah, to the next one. Go. Think I can fly. Think I can fly. This drawing was inspired by my sister, who was asking me to draw a mermaid. And I didn't particularly want to draw a mermaid because of the tails, and because I am not very good with the sort of proportions. So I sort of made an exception, so it's a mermaid with her arms up on a wall. And yeah, I regret going over the hair with the purple, because it used to be a nice light green for the highlights, and it used to have red hair clips instead of the black, and it looked a lot more lively. But yeah, I don't mind it. This one is another one of my characters. Her name is Mio, and I used Mark Crilly's book to look at the pose of her walking, and yeah, so I used Copic marker and Copic multiliner, and this was on I think this was on my Strathmore Series 500 sketchbook. If not, it would be on the typo paper. So yeah, I used Copic marker, Copic multiliner, and white gel pen. Think I can fly when I'm with you. My arms are wide, catching fire as the wind blows. I know that I'm rich enough for pride. I see $1 billion in your eyes, even if we're strangers till we die. I wanna run away. I wanna run away. Anywhere out this place. I wanna run away. Just you and I.
Baby, I'll be moving on, and I think it should be something I don't wanna hold back.